Congratulations! You've unlocked All Apologies, a show about apology tours and demanding satisfaction. I'm your host, Trucker Andy, and with me this week, it's your regular co-host.
He's a fucking Chad.
It's Joe Sixpack, everybody. Joe, what's going on?
Hey.
Welcome everybody. We're live on the internet for what I think the third time ever or something like that. But go to allapologiespodcast.com to find the links to Instagram and all the other things that Andy's got going on out there. All
The Nelly exclusive Patreon stuff.
Oh,
Joe.
yeah, go there to find the link to the Patreon for the Nelly exclusives and all of those things. And yeah, man, I got all my festivities up behind me here.
It's very Hanukkah forward, Joe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to save Christmas over here. You've got blue lights. I don't get it.
Yeah, it's a mashup. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Festivus for the rest of us.
It's the same background I always have, but
yeah.
Yeah, Andy, this was Michael Richards famously, and I use famously very liberally here, one of our better performing episodes, right?
I would say yes. Off the bat, this has been the higher performing audio only show, and we've been going back because when we first started the show, we had all of the best ideas of apology tours to feature, and this is obviously the top tier. This is maybe the benchmark apology tour that was the first thing that we conceived of covering.
Mm-hmm.
We did Johnny Depp and John Cena speaking Mandarin. Like, these are all funny apology tours, but this one is, it's got to be top 2, right? This is the craziest.
Well, it's like the most egregious
meltdown.
The thing you need to apologize the most for, probably.
Yeah, right. I mean, that's mainly why it's so memorable. Yeah. And I do have to harken back to when the show was just getting going. This person who I had to include on this show was one of the first people to reach out and lend us when we were borrowing, and stealing equipment. He was very accommodating with us getting our stupid little show off the ground, and he handed me a secondhand mixing board and said, I said, if you ever want to come on the show, you're welcome. And he said, I don't want to be on your show. Here we are, Vinnie Paulino joining the show finally 3 years later. It's been a long time coming.
Making a mistake. I meant it then and I meant it now.
Yeah.
Hi guys. Thanks for having me.
Friend of the show, Vinnie Paulino, obviously comedy connoisseur. I had to get your opinion about Michael Richards. I've been watching a lot of clips, and then most of it is like, Michael Richards is not a comedian. Does he fall into that category of a Jeremy Piven that shouldn't be on stage at a comedy club?
I think his biggest sin when it comes to stand-up is being a bit of a one-trick pony.
What trick is that? Yelling the N-word?
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
That's the one.
Yes. It's only funny once.
If you follow his career after Seinfeld, which, I mean, he was an actor. He was on that show Fridays, which was the alternative to SNL that they were trying to get off the ground. So he did like sketch comedy, but he was an actor. He wasn't a stand-up. So I would say, yes, he definitely falls into that category of stand-up grifter.
Yeah. And Joe, you obviously I can't go unsaid that Jeremy Piven said the N-word in Scary Movie 3. And Michael Richards.
Andy's favorite topic.
I always have to bring it up. These guys both scream the N-word in different mediums. But the other, whenever I think of criticizing comedy or like somebody's opinion about comedy that I respect, who I want to hear from, if we're going to talk about Michael Richards' stand-up set, the legendary set at Caroline's, right? I need to bring in comedy expert Blind Mike Geary to the show. Blind Mike, welcome to the show.
It is. You guys know me well because every time you've asked me on, I've enjoyed the subject matter and been excited to do it. This is probably my favorite moment in TV history. I've done multiple episodes about it myself. It was like one of the first episodes I did on my Patreon. Then I covered it on a Why You Laughing. This will be at least the third time I've done an episode dedicated to this moment.
Perfect.
That's amazing.
And you pull up the Hellraiser comment there.
Oh, thank you. I'm busy running the show. Hellraiser 69. What up, boss?
Thanks for
Says,
the 10
have you ever seen the YouTube video where someone edited clips of Seinfeld episodes with the incident and apology to make it look like a lost Seinfeld episode? It's so fucking funny. Have a Merry Christmas.
I will have to go looking for that. You did just give me a gift. I have not seen that, and we'll go find it.
Yeah, see if you can find it right now. Let's watch it right after this. I wouldn't mind seeing that, but I do have some footage never before seen. We covered this before, and it's mainly the Letterman stuff and the live Caroline stuff, which the quality of that is low. But
Do you mean Laugh Factory, or has he yelled the N?
Oh, is it Laugh Factory? Yeah,
the Laugh Factory.
Okay,
thank you. I'll slander I'll slander Caroline. I don't care. But yeah, Vinnie, Mike, if down in the bottom left there, if you don't want to hear the clip getting queued up, you can click that off. Not to talk about how the sausage is made, but this is the comedy stylings of Michael Richards. And one of the first things that I saw, I think this came out last year. This is Fox News. Michael Richards has a book coming out. I think it's called Entrances and Exits or something contrived.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
Yeah, you guys will recognize.
I get it.
Yeah. But what was so funny to me about this, introducing Michael Richards onto Fox News, is how these conservatives try and just skirt the issue of why he was canceled. It's fucking wild how he's literally going to yada, yada, yada the N-word.
I believe that's called nodding.
Yeah. Yeah, no hard R's. Let's check this out.
Kramer's one of the funniest characters in TV history, and even though Seinfeld's been off the air since the 90s, the show dominates in syndication. But the man who played him, Michael Richards, has been anything but front and center. He took himself out of the limelight 16 years ago.
He took himself out of the limelight, guys.
So
In spectacular fashion.
Hell of a way to take yourself out of the limelight.
And no more offers. That's it. Enough.
I know I'm on a gravy train of success, but I'm going to take myself out of the limelight.
Yeah.
It's hard to walk away from showbiz when you're one of the biggest stars on TV, but that's what Richards did, and yada, yada, yada. He's back with a new book called Entrances and Exits.
Can you believe that?
Entrances and Exits, a reflection on the N-word.
It is. They're spinning it like he's like Bob Dylan, like he's living out in the woods. You know? He had everything. He had the world by the balls, and he said, "No more. This Hollywood grind is not for me.
I've conquered the industry. I need to step away and reinvent myself as somebody who's not a racist."
And he joins me now. Michael, have you ever even seen Jesse Waters' Primetime? No.
That's your first question? That's a Rob Lowe question, right? What do you think about me? Remember the first time we ever met?
Did he even seen? Like, he starts off like kind of contentious. He's like, "Have you even seen this show?" It's like, take it easy.
Why would I?
Do you know me?
Did I see correctly that Jerry Seinfeld wrote the foreword to that book?
Oh, I'm sure.
I don't know if it's true, but Jerry's always been very supportive of him. Like a true friend. Jerry could have distanced himself, but he never did.
Yeah. Interesting.
You don't know this racist the way that I do. He's not always racist, especially when it's only white people.
Well,
sometimes.
Now, I mean, Jerry must. So early plug for Mike, the opening of Why Are You Laughing, where Patrice goes, good jokes and bad jokes come out of the same birth.
Yeah.
That must be what Jerry's thinking, right? Or at least that's why he defends him.
I kind of share that opinion. I don't believe Michael Richards is a racist. I think he just lost it.
Yeah.
I really think he just went nuts. And it was at a weird time. Like, it wasn't too many years before that where like Howard Stern was dropping the N-word on the radio regularly. Like he was right on that line where we decided there's no context for it, even if something happened before that camera started, whatever. Like it was a shift in society, which feels
right.
now that context where he's like, you have a pitchfork up your ass and all that shit.
Yeah.
It seems like that would probably be impolite in any generation, but
Because there is. Go ahead, Joe.
Oh, I was going to say, do you have more of that, or should we like play the incident for people who may have not seen it?
Yes, if you're looking at the title card here, we're going straight into the incident. But I did want to elaborate on that point that Louis C.K. famously had that bit about the deer, where he's calling a deer an F-slur, N-word cunt. It's like if you're applying these words to something that's not offensive, you can get away with it. But if you're calling a black man in the audience the N-word over and over again, people are going to take exception with that.
We just covered an episode of not an episode, the only episode of Talking Funny, that HBO special with Seinfeld, Chris Rock, Louis, and Gervais. And there's a conversation where Louis and Chris Rock are casually exchanging the N-word. And like Artie Lang would use it on stage, Jim Norton would use it on stage, DePaulo would use it privately, I'm sure. So comedians would use it all the time. It's just not typically screamed, "You're a," at the audience.
There's a time and the place, is what you're saying, Mike. Yes.
Vinny, have you ever, not you personally, I'm sure you've never even said the N-word, but have you ever seen somebody like melt down like this, like at an open mic?
Yes.
Yeah. Is this more common than we know?
It's what open mics are all about, I think.
It is more common than you know, but it's never at this level. You know what I mean? Like the reason why this is news is because of who Michael Richards is.
Yeah.
This shit happens all the time at coffee shops around the country.
Right.
These little shits have temper tantrums and start cussing out the audience and calling them whatever they can think of. And then the baristas have to get involved and be like, "You can't come back in here anymore, Sage. You need to leave."
And now at a coffee shop or an open mic or whatever, or especially if you're at Michael Richards level and you're at the Comedy Store, now the phones have almost policed the world because like, oh, someone's gonna have their phone out. In 2000, was this 2006 or 7?
Yeah.
Michael Richards probably wasn't even thinking of that. Like he wasn't thinking, oh, someone's gonna record me and put this on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's a good point.
Yeah,
especially boomers don't know what's up with the internet and phones.
It's definitely a Nokia candy bar camera that's recording this.
Right. I'll apologize at the top of the show.
So sorry, so sincerely sorry.
The quality of this live footage is not great. There are subtitles, so I'll try. When it gets muddy, I'll try and explain what's happening if you're only listening. But
Andy, just real quick, because I'm not going to be able to read the subtitles. What's the main word he's going to yell the most? If you can.
It's Seinfeld. Yes. So let's check this out.
Shut up! 50 years ago, you had your own tied down with a fucking fork up your ass.
Oh no!
You can talk, your brain now. Roll that out. He's on next.
Oh my god.
That's my favorite part.
So somebody is heckling him from the mezzanine or whatever, and he's lost patience with this gentleman, and he's talking about back in the day you'd have a fork in your ass, and you're an N-word over and over again. And
I wish I could remember, but I thought I heard someone talking recently that this was kind of part of his act. I don't know about like, not that this level of anger was, but that like he was trying to when he goes into it shocks you that word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's like trying to use that to do some bit about like the importance we put on words or these sounds we make
He's
it with our
George
mouth.
Carlin now.
Fucking
Yeah.
actors are so goddamn insufferable with that shit.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
can absolutely imagine that's what his stand-up is about.
That's what. That's why my favorite part right now is when he gets dramatic, where he's like that word.
Yes, I think you're right, Joe. The meaning of words and the George Carlin approach to language and what Louis C.K. was
We're gonna
doing
break
with
it down.
shock value. Yeah, he was trying to like break down this word and turn it into a conversation, but you can't start that conversation from a combative,
Pointing at a black
antagonistic
guy in the audience and screaming at him. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't have that conversation while you're screaming for the manager to remove that man because he's an N-word. You can't have that conversation at that point.
Yeah, and also he gives it away at the end of that too, where he's just like, "Well, you were interrupting me." Like it's not because like he might as well be trying to watch Rush Hour 2 at a movie theater, and he's going to yell the same thing because I can't hear what Jackie Chan is saying. You know, like you're interrupting what's going on. Is kind of what he's saying. So he's trying to be like, oh, this word. Let's break down the idioms and things like that. It's just like, no, dude, you're pissed off because they interrupted what you're trying to say.
I'll say this too, because a lot of this stuff is very contextual, and it matters exactly how you say it and the tone you say it and everything. I think the biggest part that might have got him in trouble, because he might have been able to slink out of, well, that's a bit that I do about the N-word or whatever. Right before that, when he says 50 years ago, you would have been upside down with a fork up your eye, or whatever the fuck he says there.
Yeah.
That might be the worst part, because then that whole thing sounds like he's furious at this guy and going on a racist tirade.
Right. Yeah. This is definitely coming from a place of anger and frustration and not satire and, shining a spotlight on society, which is going to try and reframe this as.
Yeah, where's he from?
Where's he from
originally?
I don't know.
Well,
Africa? I'm just South Africa.
I'm wondering because like saying something like that is a real Southern, like angry Southern man thing to say. 50 years ago, we'd have a pitchfork up your ass. That's why I'm wondering, because it's like a very, very, like Mike said, hatred-filled statement. It's like very personal. You and your kind would be with a pitchfork up your ass is like awful.
Yeah. You shouldn't be in the audience. You should be serving us drinks and washing dishes in the back. That's what it's really ingrained in the way he was raised.
The one that's Californian. He's from California.
Yeah. One way I did hear
Culver City. I don't know if it's Southern California.
Southern California. People did also a way that people defended him too was that we don't know what was happening before. Again, it wouldn't warrant whatever that rant is. I guess unless they were being completely hateful, if they were being crazy, no one ever came forward and said that. I don't think we ever even heard people that filmed it or anything. But like, that would change things a little bit if they went on some crazy tirade that preceded this, because we have no idea why he's in that state. It is.
I remember like when it first happened that they were talking that they were either talking through his set or interrupting him. Yeah. Like I don't, and I even think they were actually heckling him, or so they say. You know that might be what Michael Richards' team told everybody was that they were heckling him and
all right. I mean, that's fine. Black people be talking at the movies. It doesn't mean that you need to call them out on it in this way.
That's very an inexperienced way to handle it at the very least. People talk during your set all the time in comedy clubs. People are sitting down, they're putting their order in. You just have to know how to be a professional and deliver your shit. This is because he's new and he's he loses his shit because he's
an actor. Everyone's quiet on the set. He's like, "What the fuck is going on? Why are you talking during my thing?"
Yeah, he thought this was going to be an evening with Michael Richards.
right.
Yeah.
It
And
makes
that's going
me
to get
wonder.
that point is going to get punctuated a little bit later in this clip package. But Vinny, were you going to add something?
Well, I was just saying, it makes me wonder how he behaved like at Seinfeld when somebody fucked up on set.
Oh yeah,
There
he
are those-
flies off the handle like Christian Bale, I'm sure.
Have you ever seen those bloopers where like Jerry and Julia Louis-Dreyfus are losing it, and Michael Richards is just standing there, like, he's like pissed that they're breaking.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There is. I think he was a very serious guy. Now it seems like they all have a good relationship with him, but he did seem very serious in some clips.
That's probably like because he probably comes from the world of improv where you don't break, you stay in it, right? And he probably has a distaste for your unprofessional nonsense.
Yeah, those hacks, Julia Louis-Dreyfus and Jerry Seinfeld.
He walks around backstage in an ascot.
All right, he's going to double down on stage here with this take.
All right, you see? It shocks you to see what you're
We're shocked to hear you screaming the N-word. Yes.
beneath your stupid motherfucker. What was it called for?
The person in the audience is yelling, that was uncalled for. And now he's going to try and justify it.
Oh, for you to roll my ass, you cheap motherfucker!
How does he know he's
Talking
cheap?
and talking.
What's that?
How does he know he's cheap?
That's what I mean. What the fuck did this guy say that prompted any of this? I'm more offended by the cheap comment. Like, how would Michael know if he's cheap? That might be a racist thing. He's like, you people don't tip.
That's a good point, Mike. Maybe this is all justified. We don't know what this person was doing in the audience.
Yeah.
This was a charity event.
It turns out he was loudly complaining about the price of wings. I'm sorry, guys. I was wrong.
Talking and talking. I don't know.
I want to know, like, why is he trying to be Laurence Olivier or some shit with the motherfucker? Like, what's the inflection? Is like what annoys me the most. It annoys me more than the liberal use of the N-word in that.
Yeah.
My take on that is that he's realized that he's gone too far and he's trying to substitute in another word that is almost like, what's the second most offensive word that I could say? And he just starts yelling motherfucker without an R.
He's like,
to try and
I'll
it's
give
a
him
smoke screen.
else to talk about.
I think that's even a good point with the inflection, though, where he's like, "Oh, you dumb motherfucker." Where like he's like, maybe if I'm theatrical, they'll be like, "Oh, this is a character. He's not yelling the N-word. The man he's playing is."
Right.
Like, you've watched this so many times. At what point do you think, like, I agree with you that he lost his mind, right?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
at what point in this act do you think he regained consciousness as to what just happened? Is there a
don't
point
think-
where he goes, I
don't
can't
think
believe I
it's
just did that?
I don't think we've got there yet.
Yeah.
Because he's
I think-
screaming. He's screaming back at the guy, "You cheap motherfucker!" Like he's still pissed at the guy.
And you're right, Vinny. There is a point here. I think I have it, and I'll bring it up when we get to it. That he does realize that he's stepped in shit, and maybe he doesn't know that his career is over, but he knows that he's in trouble. But this next clip, I wanted to highlight that he's been, hiding in plain sight for his whole career. This is from UHF, where we should have seen this coming.
You gotta run to a window and say, "Hey, these are dirty as hell, and I'm not gonna take it anymore."
Okay, so he's been a racist the whole time.
I see what you did there.
Was that AI? Was that AI tricking us?
Oh, so this might be what we were just talking about. I called this portion of the video "The Turn," where I think the audience turns on him and he realizes that he's fucked up at this point.
It's going nuts. It's too much for you to handle. He said, "Come here." I'm gonna arrest you for calling a black man.
You're going to arrest me.
This
Yeah,
is this is where the ending is very sad.
Yeah, they're not going to arrest you, but
You're going to go into Hollywood jail.
If society is a prison, you've earned a life sentence.
This is so bonkers.
minute, where's he going?
Cracker ass cracker. He's walking the room, and they're calling him a cracker, and he's like, "Where are you going? What did I do? I thought we were having fun over here."
I was going to dissect it.
The
whole thing. It's going to come together at the end.
Andy, keep going. We missed an edit there. Get that off the screen.
Keep going.
Oh, you're threatening me? Oh, it's a big threat. That's how you get back in the man. Wait a minute, he's not going, is he? You're not funny. That's why you reset. Never had no show, never had no movie. Seinfeld, that's it. Oh, I guess you got me there. You're absolutely right. I'm just a wash up.
You were asking where he realized, he's like, fuck. He had nothing for this.
How'd he know?
I guess you got me there. Yeah, he does, kind of.
Yeah.
You're cracker ass cracker that's only known for one thing. Yes, okay. You're right about that. I guess I'll count my money all the way to the bank.
Stand on his feet.
Yeah.
And foghorn leghorn impersonation isn't going over well.
And this next portion of the video, he's trying to justify that, why he's up there. Stand up is hard, right, Vinny? This is what every host of a show watching somebody bomb will say, that stand up comedy is not easy, folks. So he's going to stand here and try and justify his freak out.
Oh, that ain't necessary. Well, you interrupted me, pal. That's what happens when you interrupt the white man.
That's what happens when you interrupt the white man. Don't you know?
That's again, to me, that is also worse than screaming the N-word, because it's adding this context where it's like, it's hard for me to defend. I'm like, well, maybe he is a fucking racist. I don't know.
Yes. I'm white, you're black, don't interrupt me. That's what you're saying with this.
Yeah.
And it's
Because you could see there's instances in the world where Eminem used the N-word, and somebody else just matter of factly uses the N-word. It's not the word itself. It's what everything that goes with it. Right. And that's what he's saying right here. Oh, you interrupt the white man, and this is what happens. That mentality is the problem. If you just said the N-word, you probably could have escaped this, but you told everybody exactly how you feel about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
That's why Joe Rogan is still making money. You know what I mean? Like that compilation came out of Joe Rogan using the N-word, and they tried to be like, see, he's a even in the clips you can hear him be like, there's not really an appropriate time to say.
Right. But I mean, that's what it all comes down to, though, with stand-up comedy and free speech. People, comedians that rely on free speech want to justify the notion that given the context, there's always a reason why you can get away with saying whatever. I can make cancer jokes as long as it's funny. If his N-word bit was hilarious, he wouldn't have been canceled, but it wasn't funny in any single way. So
now here's Vinnie with his bit about N-words with cancer. Vinnie, take it away.
Look at them skinny ass. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to spoil, but do you guys have Chappelle's bit about this?
No.
So Chappelle was at the Laugh Factory. I forget how long after, but he says it's a set that's like recorded much nicer than this. And he goes, every time I see this background, I just think of Kramer fucking up. He says, and I think Patrice said something very similar, but Chappelle says it's the night I realized I was more comedian than black guy, because as a black guy I was offended, but as a comedian I was like, come on, Kramer, you can get out of there.
Right.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Fall down or something. Do something weird.
Yeah, walk into a door. I promise the clips are going to get better, but now he's going to do that thing that we talked about earlier, where he's going to try and turn this into a teachable moment. And this is like, I know you're offended now, but you're offended because I'm
Society.
intentionally offending you, and that's because of your perception of me as a racist, and it's performative. He's gonna try and make this performative, and nobody's gonna buy it.
So you're telling me you meant to do that?
Yes. This was, I have it written down on this napkin. Scream N-word 12 times. Yes.
Yeah, you see, that's still those words.
Those words. It's one specific word, Michael. Those words that are gonna walk the room and get everybody furious at you, and you're gonna have to move to the south of France because nobody wants to hear from you anymore.
Those words. They have names, Michael.
Those words that are being escorted up.
Those people. Yes. Security, get those words out of here. And then, all right, so this is him just slinking off the stage. Now he realized that he's fucked, and there's no like thank you, good night. He just walks off the stage into the night.
That'd be hilarious if he was like, "That's my time, everyone."
Yeah, try the fish, everybody. Those words.
He stayed up until they gave him the light.
What a fucking nut. Is there any other example of this, like where that's not like some lunatic at an open mic?
I don't know. Richard Pryor? Like, that's really
Right? Yeah, you'd have to be a black guy. Is it Cat Williams or Michael Richards?
Do you mean a comedian doing this, or like a public
A public
humiliating?
meltdown.
Because the only things close were not actually done in public. Like some of my other favorite moments are like the Mel Gibson tapes are amazing. But like in his mind, those were private phone calls that weren't meant to be. Like Michael Richards knew he was in front of people and still just had a meltdown like that. I can't think of something like that public. No.
Yeah.
Hellraiser's killing it in the chat.
Yeah.
Those words stole my truck.
Yeah. So at this point, Joe had found our friend Dave Landau on Louder with Crowder talking about Michael Richards attempting to do stand-up comedy. And
Hey, lest you think that Michael Richards just screwed up on stage one night. No, he's just an asshole, and a reputable source, Dave Landau, is going to tell us all about it.
Yeah.
awesome.
Because there is a generation of post-COVID generation of celebrities that couldn't book anything and decided to turn to comedy, right, Vinny?
Yes, and
Yeah. Jeremy Piven comes to mind. And,
Stormy Daniels.
yeah. But every time I see like a longtime SNL cast member showing up at the Carlson, I was like, oh, this person is
Chris
just filling.
Does that?
This person's just like filling in their calendar while they're waiting for season 52 to start up. But
I'm just going to let everybody know I'm not going to comment on this. I'm going to be professional and just let you all know that I have Vinnie G tickets on sale right now at carlsoncomedy.com. All of you Jersey Shore fans.
Another one.
Get your Vinnie G tickets right now.
My wife will come.
when is this, Vinny? I might
Sometime
come just
January.
Oh, okay. I might come just for the anti-comedy.
Slightly off topic. Did everybody see the new Spinal Tap?
Yeah.
I did. Yep.
Mike, no.
I haven't seen it yet. No.
All right, I'm not going to say anything then. Never mind.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Good point,
No,
Joe.
no.
Okay,
No.
so-
It was just a good. I was going to say because it came up that there was a good joke in it, but I don't want to spoil it if you haven't seen the movie yet.
It's fine.
no worries.
There's a reference.
So Michael Richards is attending some kind of charity showcase or the like that Dave Landau is hosting, and it gets to a point where it's time for Michael Richards to take the stage, and the stage manager tells Dave that you should probably go get Michael and tell him that it's time for him to go on.
This is obviously before the incident, I would assume, right?
Oh,
Probably.
yes, I would assume so. Right.
He was never stand up. He was like throwing up backstage. He was debilitatingly shy.
Mike Richards?
Michael Richards.
Yeah, I met him at Comedy Magic Club when he was doing push-ups, and that guy was the worst human being I've ever met.
Oh, really?
Yes, he's an awful human being.
Okay, so I don't know if he was an awful. He was probably just incredibly scared because at least at Just for Laughs, he was in his room and you could hear him like throwing. And
He might have been scared.
He was on edge because he was not a stand-up.
Oh, he was a dick.
Oh well. Then
Anyway, sorry. Go on.
No, that's fine. Your experience was.
I'm
very
just
different.
being honest.
All these Fox News guys and right-wing guys are trying to be like, oh, I mean, he was probably just nervous. But all these guys that are yelling the N-word, it's only because they're
Well, I got to tell you,
uncomfortable.
if anyone knows how to spot an asshole, it's Steven Crowder.
Yeah. Steven Crowder's like, there's a lot of good people on both sides. I mean,
Dave Lando had a great Steven Crowder story as well. So
yeah.
And they go, Michael Richards is on next. You're going to want to get him. And I was like, oh, awesome. Wow. So I go, and he's doing push-ups.
Kramer, by the way, for people.
Yeah, Kramer. And I was like, hey, excuse me, you're on next. And he goes, and he looks up, and he goes, don't you see that I'm busy? And I go, I do, but you're on next, and I just wanted to let you know that. And he stands up, and he's like, what room am I on? And I was like, oh, you're over here. And he goes, yeah, what do you want? And I go, well, I'm the host. I just wanted to get your intro. And he's like, what do you think I want my intro to be? And I was like, Seinfeld? And he goes, so what? I'm a wash-up? Is that what you're saying? And I was like, no, but
You did the Jeff Bridges lawyer
Well,
move?
yeah, I was like, I'm like trial and error. Like, what do you want me to say? And he's like, yeah, just say Seinfeld. They'll know who I am, whatever. And I go, look, I think we got off to the wrong foot. I apologize if I offended you. I'm a big fan. And I put my hand out to shake it. I go, I'm Dave. And he goes, yeah, I don't do that.
I don't shake hands with people I'm working with. What a class act.
that sounds like a guy who is miserable dealing with being Kramer. The idea that you have that interaction where you're like, oh, so you think I'm washed up? To somebody's like, what? And, like, unless Dave said, I mean, you've only done Seinfeld. Like, there's just no call for that. And that's kind of like that leap is again what I'm talking about, where like I don't know that was a racist rant. It was a furious man jumping to something out of nowhere. You know, where it's like just jumping to that level with Dave sounds like a similar type of anger, where he's like, "What? So you think I'm washed up?" It's like, no one said that, buddy.
I have a similar encounter. A friend of mine went to a casino, and just so happens that Brad Garrett, degenerate gambler, happens to be doing a show at a casino. And I feel like the narrative of this
Shots fired on Brad Garrett.
him and Ray Romano are pissing away money at a casino.
He still owes
constantly.
me $50, so
he's no Bruno Mars. But anyway.
My point is that I feel like the people that run the casino, ethnicity excluded, struck a bad deal with Brad Garrett, who was unhappy with the time and money that he was investing into this versus what he was getting back. He proceeds to walk the room of the casino based on his business deal that went sideways. So these
He was paid in wampum.
Something like that. Yes. But it colored our experience with an opinion of Brad Garrett for the rest of our lives. And luckily it wasn't caught on camera and uploaded to the internet the way this was. But Brad Garrett, also a famous television asshole, is I guess what I'm saying. But
shame. I love Everybody Loves Raymond.
Yeah, I know. Not to shatter the, break the fourth wall or. All right, let me get this clip.
Here's all the tall guys with wiry hair that you shouldn't like. This is our new format.
Yes. Okay, let's see how things
shows too. God damn it.
All right, let's see how things go between Dave and Michael Richards here.
And I was like, Seinfeld? And he goes, oh, but trial and error, what a big fan. You go up on stage, don't do that either. He goes, you get off the stage, then I'll get on. Don't shake my hand. And I was like, okay.
Wow.
So walk over, Larry Miller finishes, who's crushing. So I go up on stage and I'm just pissed. So I tell my hardest hitting joke. The crowd loves it. And then I go, ladies and gentlemen, you know him as Kramer. Please welcome Michael Richards. And I put my hand out with the biggest shit-eating grin. So he has to come up and shake my hand. And he's just, so you can tell he's just pissed. And then he proceeds to do the worst 7 minutes of stand-up I've ever seen.
But he was just getting warmed up. He did an hour.
Why is Crowder trying to protect Michael Richards so much? He was doing stand-up. He wasn't a stand-up comedian.
Well, he probably would have had a better show if he was able to finish his push-ups.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, you fucked up, Dave.
Yeah, right.
Everybody knows the secret to comedy is 50 push-ups.
Physical fitness, yes.
Yeah.
Tell that to Ralphie May.
Yeah. That's why Carrot Top got so buff.
Oh, right, yeah. Okay, so now that's the incident. That's the professional opinion of Michael Richards, the public persona of Michael Richards. Now, what is Kramer left to do except piggyback on Jerry Seinfeld's appearance on David Letterman and try and explain himself to a nation of people that barely knew this happened? Because there's going to be a lot of nervous laughter and misunderstandings from the audience. Well, they showed up to David Letterman to have a fun night, but it's going to turn into an apology tour from a crazy racist.
What's crazy about this, and this is what I was referring to, obviously, when I said this is my favorite moment in television history. Yeah. I recorded this on DVR. I was in high school when this happened, and I recorded it on DVR so I could run downstairs and watch it first thing in the morning. I couldn't believe he was going on Letterman.
Mike Geary's TiVo is like, boop, boop, boop. Oh my God, the N-word.
Mike was so excited about this that he recorded it, but he had to go to bed. He could not stay up to watch it. Wait, how old were you?
I would have been 15.
That's
yeah.
So funny. I can't wait to see my favorite comedian, Jerry Seinfeld, on Letterman.
What's weird about it, though, and so I believe this was Jerry's idea, because the reason Jerry is on Letterman is promoting like the Seinfeld box set, or it might have been season 7 being released on DVD. That was always odd to me because the show had ended so much earlier, like 7 years earlier. Oh, okay. So I didn't really understand that, but yet there was some like DVD release.
This
of
is
Seinfeld.
Okay, so that a little bit of history of our show. This is akin to the Anthony Weiner transgressions, where Hillary Clinton, Jerry Seinfeld is the Hillary Clinton in this scenario, where he's like, you get out there and fucking own this and make sure everybody knows I had nothing to do with this, asshole.
Yeah. Now, there is also, like, Jerry might be being a good friend, where he's like, maybe if I get him on Letterman, that'll fix it. It was misguided.
It was definitely that. I remember this happening, and it was definitely that. It was, let me platform you in a way that you could maybe explain yourself.
Yeah, eat enough shit.
On the most legitimate level.
I am in New York, by the way.
Yeah.
This Michael Richards thing. Well, now I don't know him well. I've known him a long time, but I don't
know him. Let me distance myself from this guy immediately.
I don't know him well. And I can remember years and years ago at the Comedy Store, he would get on stage, and he was always a very dynamic performer. Dynamic to the point that often audiences were frightened. But still, we all,
especially the black audience members,
all got a kick out of it because it was in good fun, and he was and is a very funny guy. And then we see this thing today where he goes nuts in some kind of club and is screaming at people. Have you talked to him? Do you know anything about this?
I did talk to him. I talked to him today, and I was extremely upset about it, and he is extremely upset about it. And I asked him if he would come on the show tonight so that he could explain what happened, because it was just one of those awful things, and I think he's a little mystified about what happened, but I think most importantly, he wanted to.
We have him live via satellite
Yes,
from
we
Los
do.
Angeles.
Smooth transition.
Yeah.
People
Here
keep
we go,
asking,
everybody.
people keep asking me about it, and I wanted him to come on so he can talk about it.
Yes. I called him. I said, "What the fuck are you doing to our gravy train, Michael? Fix this."
You have to remember, it was the news of the day, but news did not travel the way it does now. So by the time Letterman is filming at 5:30, the audience doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Right.
These are also probably not the most in touch people going to a TV taping or whatever. So they think Geary is setting up some wacky bit with his old buddy Kramer.
Yeah. Right.
Yes. I know, and that's why this drop has been on my board for 3 years.
Stop laughing. It's not funny.
We'll get to that though.
I like how Letterman's just like, I remember seeing him at the Comedy Store way back when, and he was doing crazy characters like a wizard who was grandly out.
Yeah, everybody was terrified by the time he got to the cross buried at the end.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. They don't set it up like there was an incident. They're like, Michael Richie, he was a bit wacky.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it's just such a polite way of saying he sucks on stage. He
Yeah.
was very
Right.
dynamic. He went up on stage and was an asshole, and everybody hates him. But boy, he really gave it his all.
That's why Vinny's here to provide that insight. That is so true. It's a polite way of saying you suck.
Yeah. His beloved characters like Kentucky gas station attendant or German whoever.
Yeah, I'm right here.
Hi, Michael. Welcome to the show.
Hello, hi.
How you doing?
I'm not doing too good.
Yeah. Why don't you explain exactly what happened for the folks who may not know?
I lost my temper on stage. I was at a comedy club trying to do my act, and I got heckled, and I took.
This is like seeing Kiss without the makeup. It's like the most antithesis of Michael Richards. You don't even expect him to have this demeanor ever.
It is, but also not, because there are some Kramery things that come out. Like, he's almost in. If Kramer had to make a public apology, this is how he would do it.
Yeah.
But Letterman, no fault of Letterman's. This is not what Letterman's show was ever once made for. Public apologies. So it's just a weird moment. But Letterman sandbags him a little bit where he's like, why don't you tell us what happened?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There's going to be a lot of...
Do it, Michael. How are you?
Yeah. How's your day going, Michael? Sir Franklin is killing it, right? Exactly. Yes, things are going to get even more awkward for Michael.
It would be like Paul Stanley, now that you mention it.
Yeah. It would kind of be funny if he was doing this as Kramer, where he's just like having those like seizure-y, like
oh
motions.
yeah, like doing this.
Just like I was up on stage, Jerry. If he was doing that,
messing up his hair intentionally.
Took it badly and went into a rage, and said some pretty nasty things to some Afro-Americans.
See, that's what Kramer would say. Some nasty things, Jerry, to some Afro-Americans. Why are you talking like that?
Arguably not a better turn of phrase.
That was Afro-Americans was out of date in what decade?
Yeah.
The 70s.
This is not a thing where we're watching something from 20 years ago and you're like, oh, they talked like that back then? No one did.
Yeah. He's
Afro-American, Afro-Sheen.
He's listening to Cypress Hill on the way in.
Yeah.
A lot of trash talk.
It was locker room talk.
Yeah, he's like Kevin Garnett,
Yeah.
My main takeaway from just watching that is that he is not a good dramatic actor. Because like that was so poorly script, like it's got to be a little bit scripted, it's got to be delivered a little bit better. He's just like, I said some terrible things to some Afro-American.
Well, Kramer,
terribly sorry.
I'm not good.
You're right. I mean, that's a good point, Vinny, as far as like we did Johnny Depp first, or that was one of the first ones we did. And he skated by a trial, like weeks being in front of jurors and a judge and coasted on pure charisma. And Michael Richards can't muster 2 minutes of a good performance to, win people over in this.
Yeah, to be a little bit charming.
He treated it like he was in the principal's office and his life was already over and he was just taking the punishment rather than spinning it into anything positive, like any reason he would have done it, or like you're right, there was no charisma, there was no spin or anything.
Yeah.
Mike,
Right.
most actors are empty shells of people.
Yeah.
That's why they're actors, because they want to be something else. There's nothing to them. And that's what we're looking at with this guy. He's like, oh, well, this happened. He doesn't know how to feel sorry. He doesn't know how to feel bad. He's just saying what happened and saying what he thinks people want to hear.
Yeah.
And
it's funny. Like I was talking before about the Jim Carrey episode you did, Mike, where they were talking about Fire Marshal Bill. Like Keenan Ivory Wayans was saying, Jim had this character, and it was either a guy with special needs or a burn victim or whatever. He did this face, and he was going to turn it into something no matter what.
Right.
And it took a while for him to come up with Fire Marshal Bill. And it's like it took Michael Richards a while to come up with Kramer, and he never came up with anything else. Like this was, like you said, like a husk of a man who has nothing else to give, basically.
And that happens to, maybe he was saying Afro-Americans his entire life, but like it seems like it happens to a lot of these
think he was saying another word his entire life. Sorry.
These guys that are identified by like one role, they become that role in a weird way. Like I said, a lot of what and maybe he brought his own personality to Kramer, but like just the way he talks is Kramery, even in this dramatic moment.
I like how he's just moving through the decades with his words for black people. There's like, it started with the N-word, now it's Afro-American. He'll be saying the brothers.
Colored boy was in the audience.
But yeah, remember the Pee-wee doc where his big character on the Gong Show was the chief? He was wearing an American Indian headdress with the platform shoes, and it was like Chief Long Shoes, and that was his big claim to fame before he came up with Pee-wee. And if Chief Long Shoes had caught on, the longevity of his career wouldn't have manifested the way that it did. But Michael Richards, Kramer, he's just evolved into showing up on Letterman with a bar of soap hanging out of his mouth, trying to say, "I'm punishing myself enough, everybody."
Husey in the chat, Andy.
Stop. What Husey wanted to be on.
Kramer's one of the funniest characters in TV history.
Husey wanted to reenact all the bits from this. I wouldn't let him on, but okay. Now I fucked up the clips, but it's Husey's fault. I'm blaming Husey. Okay, here we go. Somewhere around here.
Long time, but I don't. But
I'm not doing too good.
Yeah. Why don't you explain exactly what happened for the folks who may not know?
Too old, and I took it badly and went into a rage, and said some pretty nasty things to some Afro-Americans. A lot of trash talk.
I loved it so much. All right, now I call this.
Stop laughing. It's not funny.
Yeah, that's the Jerry Seinfeld classic drop.
Stop laughing. It's not funny.
I love it. And this is the audience not understanding that this is serious. People think that this is a bit at this point.
Yeah, no one knows what's going on, and to be fair to the audience, they did a pretty shitty job at setting it up. So everyone's like, what the fuck is this?
And
you guys said Afro-Americans in 2006. So they're like, classic.
What would have been actually, like, based on the audience reaction here, and essentially they don't know what the fuck to do. It would be hilarious if just like 5 black guys came in and just beat the shit out of Michael Richards at this moment. Like even if it was just fake, they come in and beat the piss out of him and they cut away. That could have almost resolved this for every
yeah,
year.
like
retribution delivered. You know?
a Kentucky Fried Movie retribution. Yeah.
Yeah.
What were you actually being heckled, or were they just talking and disturbing the act?
That was going on too.
Great question, Dave.
Yeah, there's bad people on both sides. That's what he's saying.
And did you?
I know. I mean, hearing your audience laugh, you know, and it's. I'm not even sure that this is where I.
I mean, yes, I was screaming the N-word, but they were also interrupting my spectacular comedy set. So,
all right, Dave, let me see. Who's there?
yeah. He's literally getting upset that people making noise again. Less than 24 hours later, he's getting headed by the crowd again.
You got any Koreans there? I've got a good one for them.
Yeah. Would people stop interrupting me, please?
Now, Dave, to be fair, there were many people in the audience who this bit was killing with. Okay, there were many people laughing.
Dave, you're fucking me over here too. I can't get a word in edgewise anywhere.
Guys, Anthony Cumia was loving this set. Okay,
should be.
Okay, so now he's going to move on to the legit apology of this appearance.
I'm really busted up over this, and I'm very, very sorry to those people in the audience, the blacks, the Hispanics, the whites, everyone that was there that took the brunt of that anger and hate.
What's that? Say it again.
I don't think the whites and Hispanics were particularly offended.
Yeah. No Hispanics cared.
Yeah.
There was a good cross section of laughter happening during this set, I got to say.
He's right. He says in there, when the audience is laughing, he's like, I'm not sure this is the right place. It definitely wasn't.
Yeah,
Letterman, you're never like, oh boy, I've humiliated myself publicly. Let me get David Letterman on, whose entire career is fucking with celebrities. The audience is definitely going to think I'm being earnest.
Yeah.
Like, he probably should have gone on with
Oprah,
I guess, right? Yeah.
Barbara Walters, somebody else.
Yeah, maybe.
Hate and rage and how it came through, and I'm concerned about more hate and more rage and more anger coming through.
Would you tell that Jew Paul Schaefer to stop giggling through this? I feel the rage coming through again.
It would be hilarious if he did like go to anger management. He's like, I'm here to say I'm going to anger management now because of this. Yeah, my problem is not racism; it's anger.
That is almost a way to say. We're saying it with the benefit of hindsight. It probably would have been wildly ridiculed if they did this. But if they did a bit where people kept interrupting him and he went on a racial tirade about them, that might have pulled him out of this.
Yeah. They couldn't have come up with a top 10 list for him or something.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They could have done, if they did any type of bit, they almost could have saved him with this.
Top 10 slurs from Michael Richards to yell at an audience.
Yeah. Eddie, is that Hunter Duke in the chat? Sorry.
Why? What do you mean? No. I don't know what you're talking about.
But, the last comment there is worth pulling up.
This?
Yep.
Rob K. saying, coming up, stupid human tricks with Michael Richards. Yes. That would have been a better thing for David Letterman to do. Exactly. And Michael Richards is going to try and turn this into a bigger topic than just him being an old white man that's out of touch with comedy. It's going to be due to society's ills.
It's the children that are wrong.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not just towards me, but towards a black-white conflict. There's a great deal of disturbance in this country and how blacks feel about what happened in Katrina. And
guys, before you throw all your stones at me, let's not forget that Louisiana's underwater. It's like
years ago, let those people drown, you know?
Yeah. Let's not turn this into a race war just because I had a bad set at the Laugh Factory.
You know, many of the comics, many performers are in Las Vegas and New Orleans trying to raise money for what happened there. And for this to happen, for me to be in a comedy club and flip out and say this crap, you know, I'm deeply, deeply sorry.
I started screaming the N-word because people lost their homes during Hurricane Katrina.
It's always interesting to me. Like, I've never heard anyone talk about being in that. There's no one that I know of that has come forward on a podcast or anything and was like, I was in the audience the day that Michael Richards apologized on Letterman. That would be my career. I would do a 40-part documentary series about just being in the audience that day.
I know, it's incredible. And now he's going to try and make it seem like he's going to turn this experience into, you know, a teachable moment for society.
I'll get to the force field of this hostility, why it's there, why the rage is in any of us, why the trash takes place, whether or not it's between me and a couple of hecklers in the audience or between this country and another nation.
There's Guantanamo Bay and Abu Ghraib, and then I'm saying the N-word on stage. I mean, what's the problem here for real?
Now, if you want to hear me talk more about this, I'll be at Crackers in Minneapolis next weekend.
Where this type of set is welcome.
Yeah.
Whether it's looking for weapons of mass destruction in Iraq or me yelling a slur at the Laugh Factory.
If you want to have a frank discussion about this, meet me at Yuck Yucks.
And apparently it was just the heat of the moment that launched him in this direction.
Sure. Ask a question about had the people doing the heckling or the people who were not paying attention, had they been white or Caucasian or any other race, what would have been the nature of your response then?
It may have happened. You know, I'm a performer. I push the envelope. I work in a very uncontrolled manner on stage. I do a lot of free association and spontaneous. I go into character.
Oh, my God.
And when I see one of them...
I called a Mexican a slant once because I'm so freeform.
I don't know their names. How am I supposed to get his attention?
If they were talking and they were white, I would have called them Wigger. Well, Dave, of course.
I don't know. In view of the situation and the act going where it was going, I don't know. The rage did go all over the place. It went.
Could have happened to anybody. Imagine it was you up there. You would have started screaming the N-word too.
Again,
put yourself in my shoes.
It didn't go all over the place. Would have been Dago. All over the place would have been at a few different varieties of people, not just one notable slur.
It's extremely specific, Michael.
It went to everybody in the room.
Blacks, whites, Hispanics.
That latest the recent comment, Hellraiser's comment. Is great.
What is it? Imagine if Michael Richards was a gamer. Yeah.
He said something that really, really tells me what a shit comic he is. When he said just a minute ago, when he goes, I'm very freeform on stage.
Yeah.
You know what that's good for? Being a lazy sack of shit. John Melendez is very freeform on stage. You understand? Like, that's just, you're shitty.
Actually, that's not true. He's at the exact same act for 20 years.
Fair enough.
Yeah. It's code for I didn't prepare anything, so I'm just going to scream the N-word when I get interrupted.
But Michael Richards is saying, like, he's like, oh, he's trying to be sort of, he's like taking the heat is how he thinks of it, where he's like, I didn't just offend the black people, Dave. I offended everybody. And it's like, no, but how about the thing that just the black people should be offended by?
I know that I offended a lot of people, but I'm very, very upset that I offended the whites. I want to apologize to all the whites. I'm so sorry.
Right.
And all the whites are sitting there like, we're fine.
I feel like this next section, his publicist is standing off camera pantomiming that he needs to make a specific point, and he doesn't really know how to work it in, but he has to shoehorn this in to make sure everybody knows.
Publicist is opening a window to jump out of.
I know blacks could feel I'm not a racist. That's what's so insane about this.
I'm not a racist, everybody.
That's a 1 in a million shot, Doc.
If we can go back into the minds of the people that just a few moments ago were laughing when he said Afro-Americans, those people obviously don't know what's happening. And then when you see Michael Rich, you're watching Letterman and Jerry Seinfeld look at a screen that Michael Richards is on, and he's just going, "I'm not a racist." You're like, what the fuck is happening? What is this sketch that they're doing?
Yeah. Prairie Judge is in the chat. That's all he's been saying. Prairie Judge is the N-word. Yes. So now he's going to try and say that he was just having a bad night. You know, it's like everybody has an off. You know, sometimes you're just off your game, and it could have happened to anybody, guys.
Probably not. No.
Did you think that somehow by being outrageous and completely inappropriate that it might somehow make the situation diffuse it a bit or make it seem lighter than it was?
I tried to do that. You don't have the whole thing there with what they're showing everyone. I tried to jujitsu that, try to move. You know, you do that. I got a microphone and I'm trying, but it didn't work out. It was you talk about a bad night, you know?
I yelled the N-word. I tried to jujitsu it. It was a very, Last Dragon type of set.
The publicist is throwing a rope over a pipe, over a beam while he's talking. It's the worst.
I tried to jujitsu the situation.
Yeah.
Arguably a more racist thing to say. Oh, okay.
Now the Asians are offended.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the most incredible part. He has this whole meltdown, and he's been booked for like a matinee and a evening headlining set. This happens where he walks the room, he goes back and tries to get back on the horse and have another set.
What happened afterward? Did you talk to the people and apologize to them?
I went out there. I went out there, and I did talk to some people. I went back to the club that night to get back on the stage and to work, to get back on the horse, as they say. And I did. I apologized to quite a few people, but I didn't talk to all of everyone. They left, and I don't know how to get in touch with those people. And then, of course, they've gone to press, as I think they should.
I wasn't able to apologize to the entirety of the black community in New York City, but
I went back up and I was trying to do my set, and I was trying, get back on the horse. I said, "This horse is hung like a black guy." It didn't go over well, though.
I don't like that he says that he's like, and of course they've gone to the press, which, as you can tell by my tone, I think they should. I'm not annoyed by it.
I went back and all the people. Go ahead, Vinny.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to step on you. He shouldn't have been saying. I don't know how to get a hold of those people. It's also not the best.
They probably can't afford phones, you know.
I said he was hiding in plain sight with UHF before, and this was another example where I feel like he was trying to practice this apology while he was still on Seinfeld.
Between me and you, we both know that you started it. I mean, who's kidding who? But they tell me that you're very upset, and God forbid I should disturb the very important monkey. I'm just hoping we can put this behind us. Let's just move on with our lives, okay? So no hard feelings?
Now that's what they should have done, Dave. Come on.
Yeah. I went back to the Laugh Factory, and it didn't go over that well. But he should have just done that. He should have just played that clip for everybody on stage for his second set. And this is the fallout. This is how it's affecting Jerry. It's how it's affecting Michael, and it's going to go on to be worse and worse for Michael.
And I'm sorry that it happened.
And having apologized, is there much more you can do, much more you would like to do?
I just have to do personal work. I'm
out of ideas.
I'm still reeling from this. It's just been a few days. I don't know yet.
Jerry, is there anything you want to say to Michael here?
Lose my number.
He did. He literally threw his hands up in the air and was at a loss for words. That's what literally just happened.
What do you want from me, Dave? They were interrupting me.
How would you handle it?
You're such a pro.
What I want everybody to learn from this situation is you should never interrupt an artist while they're performing.
Yeah, guys, turn your cell phones off and pay attention. Okay.
Yeah.
That's all. That's what this was all about.
Look what could happen if you talk through a set. Okay. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I would love to hear. I've never really heard Jerry talk about that. I would love to hear Jerry's take on like why they did it this way and what they thought was going to happen. I'd be very interested in that.
Yeah.
He's an idiot. I don't know.
Who are these racists? Because Jerry Seinfeld, we've also done an episode about him. He's one of the most petty, vindictive assholes this side of 50 Cent.
Oh, sure.
And he bought a house above Mitzi Shore's house just so he could drive by every day and give her the finger.
Do you ever see the clip? I think it's with Bridget Everett on Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee. And it's widely believed he's talking about Bobcat Goldthwait. But
yes, that's
a
right.
name comes up and he's like, "Oh, fuck that guy." You never see Jerry do that, but he was like, "You fucking hack."
Yeah. I don't think he's funny.
He's just a voice. Yeah.
Guys, I'm so glad Vinny and Mike could be here for this legendary apology tour.
Yeah.
It really is the number one in my head. It's the number one apology tour of our generation.
It's like I said, one of the great moments of TV history. I will say credit to Larry David. I assume you guys have seen the episode of Curb about this situation.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure I've seen it. I forgot though.
in the reunion season, season 7 of Curb, where they have all the cast of Seinfeld back.
Yeah,
There's an episode where Michael Richards, while he's trying to get back into the role of Kramer, he's been diagnosed with a disease that in many cases could be terminal. And he's dealing with that mentally, so he can't play Kramer. And so Larry tells him it's Groat's disease, they call it. And Larry goes, "Oh, my friend Danny Duberstein had Groat's disease, and he's fine." And Michael Richards goes, "Boy, I'd love to talk to him." And then Larry realized that Danny Duberstein died of Groat's disease. So he had Leon play Danny Duberstein. And then when Michael Richards finds out Leon is lying, he confronts him in public and yells, "Hey, asshole!" And he goes on a rant and he goes, "If only there was a horrible word that I could call you as angry as I do right now." And it really is a beautiful, like, I don't know, welcome back to Michael Richards, I guess. Kind of like him like leaning into it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was an entrance and an exit again. It was like,
It was.
okay.
Thanks for
coming, Michael.
Nothing came of it, but
Yeah, worked like a charm. Yes, guys, I can't thank you enough for. I mean, I know we have meager numbers, but this is a record-breaking amount of viewers that we have here today. So thank you so much, Vinny.
Andy,
Joe,
before
yes,
I just wanted to say, we're coming up on Christmas here, and happy holidays to everybody. And I hope you reach out to all your friends and family. And I just wanted to ask Vinny if he wouldn't mind telling the story about the phone call that he received earlier today.
Why are you putting him on the spot like that?
I want to get the scoop on this.
You hate
Scoop. Spy report.
I got a phone call from a guy who thought I was somebody else.
Okay, fair enough. All right.
This is the second time that fella has called me thinking I was a different person. I wished him a very Merry Christmas, and he wished me the same.
Somebody who has many Vinnies in his phone and called the wrong Vinnie.
And is suing my friend Carl. Yes, that guy.
Yeah. Vinny, thank you so much for being here. Do you have plugs that you would like to plug at this time?
Do me a favor, check out the Creep Off, everybody. We're having a great time on there every Monday live at 1 o'clock. We have our own YouTube channel. We'd appreciate it if you subscribe to, or you could just check us out on the Who Are These podcast channel. Thank you for having me, guys.
Hell yeah. Thank you for being here. Blind Mike, what do you got going on? You got all the things going on.
I do. Yeah. Well, Why Are You Laughing? This is kind of the apology version of Why Are You Laughing? So if you like this like style of show, I do it about comedy. And we did do we did On-Stage Meltdowns, which includes Michael Richards, obviously, if you want to go back and check that episode. But we've done a bunch of episodes, so go check them out. We just recorded and posted for members our top specials of 2025. So that'll be out next week. But if you're a member, you can get it early. So blindmike.net is where all my links are. And Blind Mike Project is the other podcast that I do that is live every Sunday at 10 a.m.
Yes. And I would love to take this opportunity to plug Hackamania coming up in April 10th through the 12th. You can use promo code CREEP, right, Vinny?
You sure can, and you'll get 10% off your tickets.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Promo code CREEP, promo code WATP. Anybody that wants to save 10% off, use that. If you want to attend Hackamania, please subscribe to our Patreon for just $3 a month, where our lovely co-host Nelly is now doing every Sunday episode. Unfortunately, I might have to push the time a little bit. She's in the UK, but we've been doing it at 10 on Sundays, and I don't like that I'm stepping on my friend Mike's time slot. So maybe we'll rearrange that. But don't worry, Mike. Nobody's watching over here. So
don't worry about it. I use promo code CREEP. Do you have to split that with Carl?
10% with somebody else?
Creep Off is our... No. We don't split anything like that.
Okay.
It just...
Then use promo code CREEP. I was going to say, if he's got promo codes, I don't like that.
Well, the Creep Off is its own show. It's separate to WATP. So I say...
If Vinny gets all the money, use promo code CREEP.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mike.
Everybody's got a promo code except us. We made our own. It's a promo code COME, COME, spelled the right way. You don't save anything, but it's your no homo promo code where you prove that you're a straight guy. So use promo code COME for 0% off to prove that you're straight. And check us out on Instagram for what we have coming up. And please like and subscribe here on YouTube. So for Blind Mike Geary and Joe Sixpack and Vinnie Paulino, I'm Trucker Andy saying, stay sorry.